One, two, 3. They fixed the toilet. Yay! Got lit a match in that place and it had blown up. Man. Y'all snakes are crawling. I killed another rattlesnake in my yard, or the woods right there next to my yard last weekend. They're crawling around. Of course, this one wasn't that big. He's only probably about 2.5, 3 feet long, maybe. I've seen them about another foot long. I've seen them about 4 foot long before. I've seen some big ones. But this one, like I said, he's probably closer to 2.5 feet. He was young. He only had, I don't know, 3 or 4 rattles on him. The first one I killed whenever we moved out there had 9 rattles and a button on him. He was as old as I was. That was another one right there in the road. It was just a stick. So we on the way home today. It's Friday afternoon. So I'm on the way home. Like I said, we probably got this weekend and probably next weekend I'll start taking up some of those trail camera stations, you know, where we got trail cameras and move them to a little bit more, I don't know, conspicuous places or something. I don't know. Out of the way. Anyway, so we'll do that. I'm gonna feed them again this weekend. This will probably be the last weekend I feed them. Because next weekend I'm gonna take the cameras up and them since I'm feeding. So plus they need to all the feed and everything I give them needs to be off the ground. It needs to be gone by the time hunting season comes around. But even, I can tell, most of that feed is gone within 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's gone. You could put 200 pounds of corn out there and it'd be still gone within 3 or 4 days. I mean, it's just, they just eat it all up. But even after it's all gone, after they done cleaned it up real good, they still pass through there and sniff around and see if there's anything left. So I mean, they're still coming through there, and that's to the hunter's benefit, because I try to put the cameras up close to where they are gonna plant their winter rye at. You know, they hunt over that winter rye, so that's usually kind of where I try to put the trail cams and the feed and all that stuff during the summertime, so they kind of know, you know, that they've been fed over the summertime too, so it helps increases the chances of deer coming back. So there's a few deer that I've caught on the trail cams that need culling out because the genes are so bad. I've got one that I saw him from last year, and they missed him last hunting season, and this hunting season, last year he was a 4-point. This year he's going to be every bit of a 4, probably a 6. He's a good sized deer, but his rack is kind of weird. Instead of coming out in the basket like this, his comes up like this, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a goat, except backwards. Goats go back, his comes forward like this. How you like that? So they need to, if they can get him, they need to get him. Because if not, then he's going to start, his bloodline's going to be turned loose in there, and it's going to jack up all the other stuff. And if he's got bad horn genes, there's no telling what other kind of genes that are bad that he's going to be able to pass along too. So but there's some good deer in there. I mean, it's some good, healthy deer. They're just now starting to put the weight on. I mean, here, right now, they're foraging big time. And they're really, I mean, they got, most of the does have all the babies had, and I've seen trail cams with the babies and everything. That's pretty neat. Just a little yearling on there, little fawn, still got its spots. It rained through him. I can see nothing but sunshine. The roads are wet. But anyway, most of the does didn't have their babies, and they're bringing them out now. They've been brought out, so they're back to eating and foraging a little bit. There went a while there where the deer were kind of scarce. They really didn't come out much, really didn't eat much. They did, just not much. Now they're back in full force, so if they're going to start planting here in another couple of 3 weeks, planting that winter rye, then they'll be able to eat pretty good then too, without me having to feed them. But we'll see. Well, I guess if you're going to sit out here on the highway and watch the traffic go by, at least you ought to be comfortable. Y'all, it come raining over here yesterday. I mean, a flood. I barely made it back here. There's so many darn washes and everything. Where's she going? Prissy go off on a tangent sometimes, just go off on her own. Anyway, it come a gully. I barely made it back here. So I think instead of taking the cameras down next weekend, I'm gonna take this one over here on this backside where the trough is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take it down today. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it down today and wait on her. I don't know what she's doing, where she's gone. She went missing a little while ago, and I went looking for her. I got back in the truck heading down the road, and there she was at the end of the road. I'm like, well, why in the world, how in the world did you get down there? I still don't know. But anyway, I'm going to take this one down. It's not really serving a purpose over here anyway. I'm going to take it down next week, so I might as well just go ahead and take it down today. That way I ain't got to cross the creek and come over here and get it anymore. It's still fogging up. It's humid out here. How's that? That's better. Alright, I laid this one down on its side. Got the camera up. All that feed in there is kind of old and grungy anyway. I'm going to make some myself next year, I believe. Some of them troughs. Not like that, but made out of plastic. So, like I said, it come a flood over here yesterday. It's kind of hard to get back here, but all that wood just got soaked too, so. That one's on its last leg, but we got something else in mind as far as troughs go. I wish I'd have showed y'all this spot right here. I forgot to turn it on last week. All right here where I've been feeding them, there's a little place here to the left of this right here, and to the post, and to the right. What the heck that was? That gum flying monkey tried to come down here and get me. Anyway, I had corn here. Corn and peanuts here, and had all over, and it's gone. I mean, there's not a kernel. I don't see a kernel. I don't see a peanut. Nothing. So they tore into that. Of course, they had a few dry days. I think I'm just gonna put corn out here this week, and like I said, next week I'm gonna probably take it up, because there's the camera right there. I'm gonna take this stuff up and move it to a different location, but they have tore this up. This is a good little spot. They got a stand. Hunter's got a stand in one of them that little oak tree right in there. This is a good spot because there's a lot of traffic comes through here. It might be better to put one up in that oak tree there, clear out these limbs, because they come right through there. Just about everything comes from there or there, and they're going Either there or there. One of the two. This is a good little spot. Okay, this is the last side of the day. They got it pretty well cleaned up here too. I mean, I put a bunch of corn and peanuts out here. They pretty much ravaged this. Yeah. Of course, they ate it all. I'm sure they ate most of it before the rain came. They had 2 or 3 good days of light. of dry weather, so I'm sure they took care of it before then. But we got this week, and that's it. I may put some corn out here for them next week, just, without me videoing it, but I'm gonna take all this stuff down next week. Okay, we got it all laid out here. One more week of trail camming at this site. Ratch in. I want to see how far this wash. I don't think I've ever been over here. Let me see how far this wash is. I wash out that ravine or right in here. I know they're coming back from in there and right in there. This is a good junction point. Man, it really is, to be honest with you. There's a trail right there. You can see that's pretty easy to see. Like I said, I don't see them come back from there that often. Most of the time it's from there and there. Of course, I've seen the same videos I see, so I mean. But, so yeah, this is real close to the landline. Landline is right there, I think. The ditch. I think that's the landline. Oh, it's Prissy. Sneaking through the woods, skulking. I tell you, I'm gonna put a camera on that dog just to see where all she goes. She perplexes me sometimes. Here it is, the rain clouds are fitting to pop up here, and she knew he was fixing to go, so she runs off and goes to hide. If it wasn't fitting to rain, I'd probably leave her over here and let her just come on home herself. That's what she gotta do anyway. She don't like thundering and lightning. She don't like thunder. Loud noises and everything upset her. Maybe she'll pop out here in a minute. Where have you been? Hey, I'm talking to you. Where you going? Where you been? You been to London to see the wind? Are you ready to go home? Let's go home. You see that? Danger, danger, danger. This fitting to become another gully washer here, y'all. Look at that. It's raining right there. It's a mess.